Salute, salute. Yo, I wasn't gonna do this, but this is just what it is. First of all, props and salute. You know what I'm saying? Bow. Salutes go to Blood Boxing, also known as Retro Boxing. Go check him out and subscribe, even though I already know that you are. But check it out. I wasn't gonna do this, but I got to do this, man. He just did a live. Now I was asleep because I sleep in the daytime. I'm nocturnal. You dig what I'm saying? But I gotta get up. I gotta deal with this yard work. You know what I'm saying? But I seen he dropped a live, and you know what I'm saying? Special shout outs to Blood. To me, he's an OG. Period. Period. Point blank. Hands down, this man is probably the most solid dude on boxing on YouTube. Period. Point blank. He's like my alter ego. Like in the movie The Hurricane, and Hurricane was locked up in that, you know what I'm saying, that small jail cell where he lost his mind. He lost his mind and split. His three personalities split. Blood boxing is like the Hurricane version of my personality. Solid salute. Bam. But he's talking about the Roy Jones Jr. Damn B. He's talking about the Roy Jones Jr. in the Earl Spence situation. I'm gonna say this real quick. I'm gonna go handle my business, cut my grass, and I'm gonna listen to the rest of his live because I only listened to like the first 10 minutes, and it inspired me to go ahead and do this. I wasn't gonna do this today. I got things to do, but it's like this right here. First of all, Roy Jones Jr. has done things in the ring that I haven't seen Terrence Bud Crawford or Earl Spence do yet. Period. Point blank. You know what I'm saying? As far as a legend, a walking legend like Roy Jones Jr., that doesn't even need to be explained. I don't even understand why some people have to hear him go into this detail. All right, keep on. But look, we grew up watching Roy Jones Jr. fight up until he went up and fought Ruiz and came back down. Up until the end, there was got him. Yo, what y'all know about them reflexes, G? What y'all know about them reflexes? Anyways, there is nobody like Roy Jones, but there was nobody like Roy Jones. And, you know, to me, you can combine uh, Terrence Bud Crawford and Errol Spence, and they still don't equate up to what, you know, Roy Jones was doing in his prime. Neither here nor there. I made this video to say this. First of all, salute to Blood. Inspired me right off the rip. Dedicated the whole live to nocturnal thoughts, boxing after dark. But that is my dude, man. I mean, Blood is just solid. It ain't. It's an honor. It's an honor. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. You inspired me to drop this whole video. I was just gonna put a comment on your live because I missed the live. I'm watching the playback and I was gonna leave a comment, but I gotta drop a whole video because that shit mean a lot to me. To get a legend vouch for you on this YouTube about boxing, that is an honor to me. You dig what I'm saying? Period. Point blank. Now, as far as Roy Jones and Earl Spence, to me, it's just fair criticism from an OG. And it's like remind me of when I was growing up, man. Like I was raised by military men. My father was a military man. My stepfather was a military man. You could not impress these dudes. No matter what you did, they was not gonna show you how proud or how impressed they was. You know what I'm saying? It was tough love, and when you thought you was doing something, they would always bring you down to size, cause they know in the perspective of what they done, you ain't done nothing. So I look at this Roy Jones and Earl Spence the same way. Like my father, if I would try to impress my father with something, he would always, he wouldn't diss me, he wouldn't disrespect me, but he would just kind of, yeah, that's good, man, that's cool, keep doing your thing. But at the same time, he never was gonna sit there and just uh, sit there and act like what I was doing. His motivation to me was always to be tough and he was never showing me he was super impressed, which made me want to impress him even more. And ironically, my stepfather was even worse. You know what I'm saying? Because my stepfather was a narcissistic motherfucker to this day. You know what I'm saying? And I always wanted to knock his teeth out of his damn mouth. But that shit motivated me. He would never give you your props. He would always talk shit. He would disrespect, but he would always talk shit. He was never impressed with the work you would do, no matter what you would do. Yard work, you know what I'm saying? You can come. Fuck, I ain't even gonna go into that story about Muhammad Ali when it comes to my stepdad. But anyways, look, what Roy Jones Jr. is doing with Errol Spence is the same thing I would do. A fair criticism. I'm gonna give you your credit, your props, your just due, but I'm gonna also draw back and I'm gonna be like, I ain't impressed though. Keep the hard work up. You know what I'm saying? God bless you. I'm proud of you. Keep the hard work up. But for people that sit there on the sidelines and disrespect Roy Jones Jr., like this man, you know what I'm saying, isn't a legend and did things to this day that have not been duplicated, replicated, or even close. I still haven't seen someone come close to be the spectacle, to be the, you know what I'm saying, I don't even know the good word for it, but to be what Roy Jones was doing in his prime, I still haven't seen that reinvented yet. Not Gervonta Tank Davis, not Terrence Bud Crawford, not Errol Spence, not Josh Taylor, not the Regis the Rougarou Progress, not Stevenson Shakur or Shakur Stevenson, not this Jerome Boots Ennis or Virgil Ortiz. None of these cats. You dig? I'm gone, man. Let me cut this grass, get this yard work, and shouts out to Blood. Shouts out to Blood. I'm finna listen to his live while I cut my grass and be entertained. That dude is one of the best. The best. Period. Salute.